Don't gotta shoot, I got shooters.
I know I'm cooler than the cooler.
I know that's where you keep your alcohol.
I know that I'm out the ball. All of my niggas is savages. Mean up the bone like some scavengers. I know that them fly, I got passengers. I love Jesus Christ and Bible passages. My girl so fly, she have a Merlin. She love the majesty like Merlin. And the boss like a Laker, Irvin. Should've kept it clean, just detergent. Shit, I done let the cat about the bag. I get naked and let it like sag. Let it breathe, get some air. Baby, please, I'm already there. Jacket and creamery everywhere. I represent me, it's a love affair. Smelling the trees, it's a buzzing here. Carry down with the team if you weren't prepared. Hey, this is my style. I do with the get some attention. Hey, the crowd going wild, so I guess I'ma keep on spitting. Nigga, I borrowed your style, but you won't get no honorable mention. I'm rocking it better than you. I'm making retire no pension. I just get the bread at the food. Apply sandwich bread and make it smooth. I'm the only option I can lose. Hey, never been scared, you ain't prepared. I ain't sorry. Your breezy clearly walk the ass over here.
I ain't sorry.
Mad cause you think I ran out with your beer. I ain't sorry. You're tripping cause you think I stole your career. I ain't sorry. Hey, you ain't feeling me, no apologies. I ain't sorry. Hey, sorry not sorry. Hey, I ain't sorry.
Yo. I'm going to pause that up real quick before we get to the lyric that I don't understand. There's that one lyric, like, what's in your shoes? You got what in your shoes, man? Yo, shout out to my dog, Jim Bonus Beats, man. Yo, shout out to my guy, Denny. Hey, Danny, shout out to your wife for her sobriety, G. Yo, that's a real powerful thing. Bless your family. Yo, what up, Erica? What up, Marty? I ain't sorry either. Man, this is Coffee and Bong Hits with Jessie. Swear to God, this the coffee. Here's the bong hit. I know you're like, wait a minute, Jessie. There's some crazy creatures near you. And I know that you're not just talking about the Diplodocus or the Tyrannosaurus or the lady that got stuck playing freeze tag right there, right? Hey, that lady's never moved. This lady right here, like, she's just paralyzed with fear. Anyways, this is what you're asking about, right? Look. What is this? Wow. What? It's Alf. No, it's an anteater, a cuddly anteater. Remember what I said? Hey, kids, get yourself a environmentally friendly cuddly pest remediation solution. Yo, this was a gift from Finda. This showed up at the neighbor's house yesterday. It showed up at the neighbor's house yesterday. It was supposed to show up at my house, but it showed up at the neighbor's house. And then I got this thing. It was like your package has been delivered. And it showed a picture of a door I'd never seen in my life. I was like, oh, we're in trouble. I had never seen that door in my life. All right, I know I'm already off schedule, so let me get back on schedule. Here's your reminder, as always, that go to standupandfightback.com, .bigcartel.com. Scan their catalog. You can get some edgy stuff. They got the good stuff. Remember last year when you're buying all that F Donald Trump stuff? Well, this is where you can go to get some F Joe Biden stuff. I assume. Man, I don't think that saying screw the president is a partisan situation, is it? Like it's F the president no matter who the president is, I think. Right? You gotta keep focused. You don't want to just get caught rooting for one team. Because let me tell you this, man, those people don't give a shit about you. Republican, Democrat, that's cool. Maybe somebody like AOC does because She was just still poor a couple of years ago, right? And Jimmy Carter cared, of course, but the rest of them, man, they're just oligarchs, man. They don't give a shit about us. A person that lives in an apartment to them is the same as a person that lives in a dome tent in a park. Like, ew, you live in an apartment? Oh, it's okay. I understand. When my mom was going to college, she said she had a friend that lived in an apartment. Oh, I heard it was crazy. Like, these people don't give a shit about you. And they're giving you $600 to shut the hell up and go away. And we're just like, man, you got that $600 yet? So we can go back sucking on the teat. Hey, look, usually I would use this opportunity to give you an inspirational quote, but since it's Dinosaur Wednesday, we're gonna do it a little different. Something showed up on my YouTube homepage this morning, and I think you guys will get a kick out of it because I do every time I see it. So, okay, this is Bruce Broussard and Han Solo from Empire Strikes Back. Look, that's Bruce on the left, and you can tell by the jacket that this is Han Solo, right? Right before he went and saved Luke from the ice monster. Okay, so Bruce Broussard has a show called Oregon Voters Digest. And a couple years ago, there were some cop lovers that were hosting the show. Bruce was supposed to be gone. The lady was scheduled to host Bruce's show. She thought that the show was taking place on Ice Planet Hoth, right? She thought that she was going to have to ride a tauntaun into battle. So she dressed appropriately for it, right? Anyways, these people were cop lovers and they thought they were going to have me on their show so that they could pepper me with questions and they could, like, I don't know, make me like the cops or something. I don't know exactly what their plan was, to outsmart me, to embarrass me, to do whatever. But I'll tell you this, my life is full of people like that. In my life, there's a lot of people whose only goal is to try to trip me up or to try to make me look stupid or to try to humble me. I don't know why people get off on that, right? They're like, this dude needs to be humbled, so they try to humble me. Anyways, I'm just going to play this video for 4 minutes, mostly because I just really like the suit and tie with the shirt combination that I picked. I'm just going to tell you why I picked this, and that's because I knew that these ladies were going to try to present me as some kind of what is that when you don't like women? I don't know the word because I'm not that person, but when you misogynist, yeah, they're going to try to paint me as a misogynist and as some bully, and so I came on their show and you'll see what I wore, and you'll hear my voice, and it'll be fun. And we'll just watch it for like 3 minutes, and then we'll smoke some pot. Okay? All right, watch this.
Have been victims of sexual assault. We have very rich histories. You know, I'm not middle class. I don't have it easy by any stretch financially.
Can I explain my shirt? The reason that I back the blue now instead of, I think you were shocked at me being a former inmate that I would back the blue, but that's because when you demonize law enforcement and the district attorneys and the police, what you do is you put that fear. Victims are less likely to report. There were times I could have been rescued. I could have been saved. But my fear for the police, the fear of police having been pumped into me as a child.
Look at my face.
From growing up, I was more scared of the police than I was my abuser.
Right.
So I think that it hurts, and it hurts kids because I was, okay, so you don't like anecdotes. I'm going to tell you a real world.
You're misrepresenting the facts with what you just said. You do know that the police have a higher account of crimes that you're afraid of than the general public.
I
Right?
read about that in Dawn's book, which is one of the reasons why
Right,
she
so what
was
are you
peddling
saying?
it to you, is because she wanted to educate you, because he's an actual policeman.
I don't need
He
Don's book to know that
actually-
police are crooked. That's awesome that Don held the thin blue line for all these years until he needed to get paid, and then wrote a book selling out the cops. That's great, but you're not going
That's
to get a
not
high
what
five
happened.
from me
That's
for
not
it.
what happened
You're not
in
going to
any
get a
way.
high five.
And you
No
don't know
bootlicking
anything
gets a
about
high
his
five
book
from me.
because you
No,
haven't read
I
it.
do. I see you
Well,
peddle it on the
well,
internet all the time.
So what? That's
You
the
know, I
American
know.
way.
I read
That's
the
the
review
American
of it.
way.
In order to go forward with solutions,
Okay.
okay, so, and especially with Ted Wheeler in the mayor, and being, you know, the head of the police, and trying to be leadership.
Look at me,
for
I'm
the
trying to be
police,
so
which is almost
patient.
like trying to corral cats sometimes, you know, when
Mhm.
you're trying to, but trying to get an entire department in line, it goes right back down to personal accountability. And
Right.
if we
These people have
not-
nothing
if
to
we are
say.
trying to hold the
I'm
police
so
to
angry right
personal
now. Look at my
accountability, but
face.
not ourselves, then
Look at
who
my
are we hurting?
face.
Ourselves.
Look at my
We
tie,
cannot
though.
change the heart of another person. The only heart that we can look at is our own, and change
And
our
the other
own.
issue is
Look
that
at my
And I had
face.
to
I'm like,
look
this
at
is
my
insane.
hatred and prejudice
Look at my
against
hair,
law
though.
enforcement,
right.
and I had to change that myself. And now I want my
You
daughters
can
to
be
be in law enforcement.
aware
I'm not
of
afraid of that.
you can be
And I will
aware of
raise them to be
police.
police.
You can be aware of police corruption. You can hold police officers accountable that break the law, that should not be police officers, and you can support the good police officers that are out there. Like my husband Don Duque was a very, very good cop at a time when corruption was
Hold
right.
on.
Yeah.
He was such a good cop that he has a whole book full of secrets that he kept. That's not a good cop.
No, you haven't read it, and you don't know. You're not an authority. You're not an
So
authority.
He
A
has.
good
He
cop,
has.
You can't, you
He has
can't make
intimate-
any statements about him because you've never read his book. Educate yourself. If you want to know
You know
about my
what?
husband,
I read the foreword that said, "Here you go, Jesse, warts and all." I don't need to know about Don's warts to know the place is full of warts. You know what I'm
but
saying?
you know what?
I don't need one
It's
more
not
apple.
a book about how awful.
One more apple isn't going to change
Jesse,
my opinion
it's
of
a
apple pie.
balanced opinion. All of his book is a book of stories about the bad and the good. It is a balanced portrayal of his time with the Portland Police Bureau, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
I
But the
would
good.
rather read a cereal box.
You would
Seriously, why
rather
would I
his
care?
perspective
would
is just as
rather
important as
hate
yours. Our
all police
perspective is
officers
just
because
as
that's
important
what
as
you
anyone
do.
else's.
You would rather hate all police officers because that's what you do, and that's your failing.
'Cause
You are a
ACLU,
radical.
What about the
Partnership for
protesting,
Safety
folks?
and
I want to know
Justice,
what
Oregon
what
Justice
do I
Resource
do as
Center,
a citizen
they
in
put
the
out the
protesting
message.
come
Read
the
it.
summer?
That's what
Should
happened.
should the city council take, if you will,
Man, my life is too crazy. My life is too crazy, man. What are you doing, Diction? let me take this bong hit and then I'll see what's up with you, man. Today is this. Oh shit! You know what? I got a little sidetracked, but I'm right on schedule. So it's 15 after the hour. This is where I'm supposed to take my. This is This is Coffee and Bong Hits. If you're watching this live right now on Urban Survivor, man, thank you. That's what you're supposed to be doing, is watching this on urbansurvivorman.com. But if you're catching us on YouTube or Twitter or Facebook, then welcome. And if you are catching us in the podcast only version on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, the TuneIn app. I don't know. Damn, it's not trying to let me find Diction. Man, Facebook is such a slow bitch. All right, let me turn that off. Man, I'm trying to find Diction, but Marty, that was a handful of years ago. That was probably like 2017 or 2018, I guess. I don't know, but YouTube decided to pop it up in my stuff today. That's not even one of my videos. That's in somebody else's video. I'm just in that video, right? Like, it's not my video on my YouTube page or anything. That's strictly somebody else. Has Bruce Broussard. Shout out to Bruce Broussard, the only person who has ever ran for mayor every single year that anybody ever had an election. In every city, too. Bruce Broussard didn't just run for mayor of Portland every single time. He ran for mayor of every other town that's possibly, Yeah. Hey, Dixon, you already know, man. That lady's a super snitch. That lady's a super snitch, and you know that just because she got the brainwash. So maybe she hasn't snitched on anybody yet, but she's definitely the kind of person that does. Hold on, man. Let me send this to Diction. Like, whoa. I sent Diction a link like, whoa. Then I got two like, yo, there you go. Okay, so let me take this because I am behind schedule now. It's 10:18, but it's time for my guest to come on. So I'm supposed to ask you guys right now, what are you smoking? Watch, what are you smoking this morning? Boom. Man, Diction, all right, get that volume down on your earphone or on your earphone if you ain't got no headphones. If you got the headphones, pop in the headphones. I'm going to take this hit real quick. I want to know what you guys are smoking this morning. That would be cool. This is Coffee and Bong Hits with Jessie. If you just turned in, it's 10:18. That means I'm supposed to be giving my guest intro. But instead, I'm going to remind you guys, hey, kids, are you looking for an environmentally friendly pest remediation solution that'll kiss you on the neck? Oh, no, Anteater, stop kissing me on the neck, you cuddly pest remediation solution that the whole family will love. That's right, get an Anteater. These things will protect you against daddy long legs, crickets, termites, roaches, flying ants, beetles, stick bugs, praying mantises, black widows, and centipedes. And I know you're thinking, but Jesse, what if it's a giant centipede? That's all right. Get a giant Anteater. Brought to you by God. Okay. Dropping weed all over the place. Okay. Holy shit. Remember what I said we don't cough on this show? Oh, god damn. Just remember, kids, we don't cough on this show. 15.7. I didn't break the no coughing code. I got fired. That was it. I did not cough. Ain't no coughing when I'm on. Boom, boom. I interview Diction every day. We're going to put Diction in the middle. And then we're going to tease him. Like, hey, nice headphones. Hey, what are you
Right?
doing?
Because it's all busted.
No,
my
just 'cause they're
headphone
green.
game is hella off point right now.
It looks fresh. You look like some kind of spaceman.
I think they're like some off-brand ass $10 shit on.
Man, my nose is burning bad right now.
Oh shit.
That bong hit just effed me up. I feel like I just choked down one. Hold on. Let me take this camera off. Let me take this camera off. And I just hit you with my two favorite ones. Is that cool? Is this too much Jesse for you?
No, it works out.
Okay. What's up with you, man?
Man, nothing much. How'd you end up going to a fucking the Circle of Karens, the bootlicking fucking symposium or whatever the fuck that shit was?
Man, you know, these clowns, they always have these shows, man, and from their perspective, they want to look and see what's wrong with the world. And apparently they think that me and my views are what's wrong with the world, right? So whenever they get a chance, they try to book me on their show so they could clown on me, right? People like Lars Larson or Terry Boyd or Victoria Taft. Yo, shout out to Margie Boulay, though. I thought she was trying to set me up. She didn't. But this lady right here, Han Solo from Empire Strikes Back, her husband's a cop. So when she got an opportunity to host Don Dupay's show, she was like, Don, call Spomberg. and see if he'll come on the show so we can clown on him. But they couldn't do that because I wore the pink shirt with the light blue tie. And man, you know, Phil from Taxidermy Records bought me that suit that I was wearing.
That's what's up. Hell yeah! Shout out to Phil.
Right, that's the super.
You definitely
homie.
look like you were like a senator or some kind of shit. Like that was dope.
Yeah. I was nothing though. I was just a loser.
You know, it's crazy how they kept being like, "Well, you didn't read this one book written by one guy, so anything you say is irrelevant." I'm like, that sounds exactly like the argument that like an evangelical will be like, "Well, you didn't read the entire Bible that I don't even understand or, you know, interpret properly and haven't read myself. So anything you say is irrelevant." Like that was kind of their argument. Like, you didn't read this book written by a cop, so you don't know anything about the cops. Like, what the fuck is kind of thinking is that? You know what I mean?
Bro, because her husband is the cop that wrote it. The cop that wrote it is her husband.
That's some wild shit too. Anytime you know somebody who's like done time and then they're all of a sudden like, I love the cops, and if I'd have loved them sooner, they could have saved me. And I'm like, that sounds like you're just admitting to snitching, but you don't want to admit to it. Because the only people that the cops generally save and that make statements like that, you guarantee they grew some whiskers in the courtroom real quick.
Hold on, let me get on my Facebook. Man, Facebook is the craziest, most cumbersome app ever, man. I'm trying to just go to. Oh, so Greg McKelvey wins the award for a top post of the day.
Oh shit! What he post?
I mean, just the first post of the day, right? Every day, somebody's at the top. Whoa, man! It's never too late to jumpstart your career as an attorney with the city of Houston.
Damn,
that's crazy. You just want to move to Houston and become a.
I wonder how hard it is to pass the bar. That would be kind of lit.
In Texas, bro, you probably don't even have to know the law. Texas,
but then you'd have to live in fucking Texas.
Texas is dope.
That'd be kind of dope though if you were like, I mean, first of all, then you could start rocking the fly suits or whatever, and you could like fight the, you know, that'd be kind of fly though. Bro, if you're a defense attorney, you just constantly be going at the DA, like that'd be lit.
You would wear a suit and a cowboy hat and cowboy boots with a suit. Tell me that ain't player.
Oh man,
tell me that ain't player.
It is. I mean, if you're gonna throw the suit in, I mean, I wouldn't go that route, but I feel it is kind of player.
Oh shit! Here we go. This is what I was looking for. Trump supporters have breached the Capitol building, tore down 4 layers of security fencing, and are trying to. Well, the cops can't stop him either.
Whoa, man, that guy's got a. I mean, shit. I know they're outright fascists, but it's crazy how like so many mainstream people ignore that they're fascists when you look in the main news and they straight up there's the Nazi flag right there.
What? They got a Nazi flag? I missed it.
Yeah, look at it. See that? Boom. That black flag, that it's got a swastika on it. Boom. See it?
Pussy.
I mean, the good news about this is at least that, like, I don't know, all that they're standing mad close together with no mask, so maybe they'll all die of coronavirus. I mean, on the just to be on a positive side, since I usually come on and talk about positive thinking. On a silver lining, maybe all them chuds will fucking catch the Rona.
Oh my God, there's hundreds of chuds, thousands of chuds are storming the White House, bro.
Yo, this is crazy, bro. 2021 is on some 2020 shit right now.
Oh, but they're chanting USA, so it's like the dream team.
That's always crazy to me how they're always like supposedly super all about like, you know, the American flag in America, but then they hella rep the Nazis, and it's like, did y'all read what happened? Like that don't work together. Y'all trying to mix oil and water.
Yo, those deplorables, bro. They are.
Damn. That was some shit.
It's really about to happen. It's really about to go to Funky Town. Let's move you there. Man, you're dark. So I apologize because you look dark. That's not my fault. You're fine. We can see you. I just want you to know that you
I
look a
mean, my
little dark.
lighting's probably a little suspect.
Yeah, I bet. That's all right. Bro, I got so much light on me right now. I have. If you knew how much light I got. Look, I'll just put on my glasses. Boom. Can you see? I got.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Hey, guess what?
By the way, did you see that press conference Chuck Schumer had?
No.
He came out and was like, look, now that we want $2,000 checks, definitely. And then they were like, but how and to who? And he was like, not going to answer that, but $2,000 checks, it's on the way. So buy Bitcoin like a motherfucker because it's at 35 grand. But trust me, now it has mad room for growth. When they print that shit, normally you would buy gold because it's going to debase the currency more. But gold is like barely getting returns right now because Bitcoin's the new gold. So I would just recommend, you know what I'm saying, if you got you a Robinhood or a PayPal, scoop a little Bitcoin if you can, because that's just going to keep going ham now.
Yeah?
Definite.
Are you sure it's not just blowing up right now because everybody's got their stimulus checks and they're all spending it on
there's two things that make me know that it's solid as fuck. For one,
they're all taking the same advice and they're buying it. But then the whales pull out, and then all those people that spent all their stimulus checks, the whales are
Here's the thing: the whales though ain't just a couple of whales. Okay, so there's two things. Like Kathy Wood bought hell of it.
If there's more than one whale, it's a pod.
Kathy Wood is one of the like most brilliant investors of our time right now. She runs these active ETFs, and they all invest in disruptive technologies. And she's hell in it, but like we're talking about like companies like Square that have taken their entire balance sheet, or like MicroStrategy, taken almost their entire balance sheet and switched it from cash to Bitcoin. And that's been happening in mass waves. That's why it skyrocketed so much. And yeah, the hype is helping it, but it wouldn't have been able to you know, do the rate that it did. I mean, it's still riskier. I say keep like 10% of your portfolio, but this is a big shift. I don't think it's ever going to go back down to, you know.
Wouldn't it be better instead of spending $200 on Bitcoin, hoping that later on it becomes $300? Wouldn't it be better just to get like a business license or invest in like $100 worth of Facebook promo? Right, buy $200 worth of Facebook ads and sell your album.
I mean, yes, but like, you know what I mean? Yes, and I'm not buying hundreds of dollars of it. I have an investing strategy. I just liquidated most of my stuff. But you should keep like 20 stocks. I make 10 of them ETFs or buckets of stocks, and then you keep your portfolio at about 10% Bitcoin. But if you have 0 Bitcoin right now, like snatch a little bit. It ain't gonna kill you. And it's something you can hold on to.
Probably $100 worth of Bitcoin right now.
That's solid as fuck. That's more than I got by a lot, man. I probably only have about $20, but that's because, like I said, I just sold off to actually do certain things you talked about. Like I have some possible opportunities coming up that I needed more liquid cash for, so I sold off almost all my shit to
invest in yourself. I think is the best investment.
I agree with that, but what if your money's sitting there because you're about to pull the trigger on some stuff, but you're not going to need that money right now? I mean, since the beginning of the pandemic, I've done 35% returns. So instead of sitting that all in a savings account, which I do have a huge amount there, not a huge amount, but I mean, of what money I have, right, to invest in that sort of stuff, where you're going to get less than 2% returns, which the currency debases quicker than that. You know, why not? Like put, you know, if you do it smart like that, throw some shit in there where it's like, cool, I have that money to invest in those things now that the time's ready for that. And but had I just let them sit in a fucking shoebox, or had I just let them sit in my savings account, like I wouldn't have as much to put in there. Like, you know what I mean? 35% returns versus 2% it's a no-brainer.
It seems like people have been giving this same advice for a long ass time, and poor people are still poor. I don't feel like
they don't follow it. Honestly, I hate to say that. I mean, yes, the system is like rigged and it's fucked up, but honestly, when you study a lot of this shit, like, okay, for example, there's an entire town. This is one small example.
Shit. We gotta stop. I'm sorry, it's the bottom of the hour, bro. We're 2 minutes late.
Okay.
Hey, but in 3 minutes we're gonna play a video. We played yours just the other day, so
thank you. Appreciate that.
So I'm gonna have to find something else. So give me 2 minutes. It is the bottom of the hour. I've taken 2 bowls to the head today. Red Panda's about to take 4. This is Diction. If you listen to this show on iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, whatever, Google Podcasts, hey, just go leave us a review. Reviews are the reviews are awesome. Just go leave us a review. That would be great. Even if it's a bad review, it doesn't matter. I want to see how many. It's reviews, the number of reviews, right? Okay. Anyways, it is about an hour. This is Red Panda. I am Jessie Sponberg. This is Coffee and Bong Hits. Bro, check this out, man. So
Yeah.
I went to go find a video from a homie, but there's so many choices on my YouTube. Usually I can just go there and one of my friends has a recommended video, right?
Yeah.
So if I get in the jam, if I don't have something planned, YouTube just has something up there for me.
I mean, that shows the level. Salute to you for that, because that shows the level of how much you support your friends. How many people could say that their algorithm straight up, always has a recommended video from a friend because they support enough that YouTube's like, look, we know you're going to support your friends, so here you go.
Oh man, you know what? I probably don't even watch that many of them. Hold on, you just dropped a new video.
Oh yeah, but it's it's a song off of it, but it's not like an official video. But yeah, it does have footage for sure. I basically just took some old graffiti footage and sank it to a song.
How do I find that?
If you just search Diction Uno, and the song's called Saxophone.
Yeah, bro, I forgot about that. No, we played Demon Fights the other day. Yo, this is Coffee and Bong Hits. Sorry, for being a tiny bit discombobulated. And we got
there it is. That's the one.
Yo, you didn't even know this was not even planned.
Nah, you're looking out. I didn't even think of it.
I didn't even have one ready. And look, we're right on time. 9:35. This is Coffee and Bong Hits. I am Jessie Sponberg.
This new mixtape dropping on the 9th of January. It's called Hustle Mind Magic.
What?
That's the name of the mixtape.
Don't forget, if you're looking for an environmentally friendly, cuddly pest remediation solution, get an anteater. I know you're like, but what if it's a giant centipede? Get a giant anteater. Oh, wrong camera angle. Hold on. Let's go this way.
Are you slinging those stuffed anteaters now?
No, Fender just got this for me as a gift.
Yo, you need to make your own Coffee and Bong Hits anteaters or a shirt with the anteater or something and like slang it, man. Why not?
You know what? That's a good idea.
Yo, get this anteater money, dog.
I can't, bro, because I just tied all my money up in Bitcoin. Motherfucker.
Well, you should be fine then, because the shit just went up like 25% in the last hour, so you could liquidate all or some of that and then invest it in the anteater shirts, dog.
No way.
Yeah.
That's the
shit's fucking going ham. That's the thing. People act like you can't liquidate investments. You can liquidate Bitcoin 24/7. With stocks, no. You got to wait like a day because you can only day trade so much, etc. And there's limits. But you can liquidate all your Bitcoin whenever. So that's the other thing. Now with PayPal, you can pay with that shit too. So it's like, yo, I think you should invest in yourself first. That's an important message that you pointed out. You should invest in your business and all that first. But it's also good to learn to have stores of value on hand and to get returns on them to protect against inflation, to reinvest in yourself and all that stuff. This is what I've learned over the last year studying, and I'm a lot less broke than I fucking was, like, in even that short period of time.
This is what I would do with that money. I would take that money, I would invest it in a t-shirt brand, right? I would get these t-shirts. I'll find somebody online that can slang me t-shirts, and then I would spend all my profits on Facebook ads to sell t-shirts to people, right? And then you reach like 2,000 people with $20, right? So for every person above one that paid for its ad, all the rest of that will be residual profits, right? Coming back to the end of time.
See, but what if you already got t-shirts and then you already got that they're going to be for sale online? So then you have money sitting to the next decision.
Where are you selling those from? You can host
actually
those
you could DM me on social media because it cuts out the middleman, but they are also sold at bandcamp.com. I'm selling a merch pack too, actually, that goes along where that mixtape's going to be added to it. I need to set that down because you can't even see it right, but okay, so for it's going on sale from 50 to 40, but then you also get this coffin that says my entire discography. It's like 5-6 albums worth of shit.
Okay, look, we gotta play your music real quick. We're gonna be behind schedule. Let's play this though. This is some brand new Addiction Uno from the Hustle Mind Magic mixtape. It's called Saxophone.
Thank you.
You know we always play the cuts on this show. If you got new music, debut it on this show because we about to make a 24-hour video channel.
Dust bowl, sip the grapes of wrath. Taste the tongue splash, the flash. Rest of the eels. Jump with the shark, jump back over it. Low depths, red October shit. Read the coverage and find the opening. Hair of the dog, biting the soberness. Fuck a bark, bite it, we gotta go for the whole enchilada. The beach in the pina colada, created from nada. Comma, reach Nirvana, Cobain and Dalai Lama. Yeah. I said comma, reach Nirvana, Cobain and Dalai Lama. Find my own sovereignty. Smash the gas, throw salt in the artery. Hourglass falling faster than the archery. Charging the margin with targeted artistry. Sure is the voices in my head will never stop arguing. Sure is the process of mourning a loss. We'll never stop bargaining. Here they come again, haggling with the bartering. Like they don't know you're not supposed to start with me. With that larceny, you ain't about to take a bath on the mat. If a half a carat of the vino with my people. Swat a mosquito to slaughter the field. You know, kill the vibe. Swear if I had a vig on every dime, I'd add a crew for every time some fleet blew my high. You'd see a net worth through the sky. My network is live. Xbox, if you bout that drama, kick rocks. Karma, gon' catch a lot of these actors with them headshots. Not the ones they snap, but them ones with the red dots. Shrug emoji, I'm Kermit with a glass of tea. Mind my biz, homie, you know me. For a bit, I'm going hermit, where my trees at, where my queen at. Zen, man, you know I need that.
Man, I'm gonna let this fade out, G.
Right.
This is you can you can't catch that new Diction everywhere, right? Bandcamp, get the merch.
This one's not everywhere because it's a mixtape. Some of the beats on the rest of it I don't have the rights, so it's like it's just gonna be on Bandcamp. Or if you purchase the merch pack, these coffins I got here, it'll have it in a thumb drive along with my entire catalog. Also comes with a shirt now on sale for you get a high quality shirt. This customized coffin with my entire catalog, the video, and the new mixtape to boot. So you know, DM me. You can look me up on all social platforms, Instagram, Diction Uno. You can find my artist page on Facebook, Diction Uno. So yeah, just DM me for now, and eventually I'll have like Bandcamp links up. I think this tape will just be on Bandcamp only, on to pay is what you want, because technically like it's a mixtape. There's beats I don't own the rights to. That's just kind of like on some Cube Jacket for Beats type shit.
Yo, so let me kill this because hey, I feel like I've betrayed the seriousness of what's going on today.
Yeah.
And that's our country is being overthrown by its own citizens.
Yikes.
So here's let me bring that Twitter back up. Sorry, I thought I had that. I thought you guys were looking at the same Twitter as me. Found out you're not. Hey, sorry to anybody who is listening to this later on in the convenient snack size take home podcast version, either on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Google Podcasts, Ghana. If you're in India, shout out to you. If you're listening in Australia, if you're in Italy, anyways. So yeah, they trying to like bum rush the White House. And it's so dope to me because it's like two bad guys. It's like two people you hate. It's like two stepdads fighting each other.
Oh
And
shit.
I hope they both punch each other so hard they knock each other out. Look, Proud Boys and Trump supporters are trying to storm the Capitol and are getting pushed back by Capitol Police. So let me tell you something. You know what we're gonna do, man? Let's reach out to somebody who knows what the Capitol Police are like. People think that they're like the Portland Police or something. DC Police are not like the Portland Police.
How would you say they differ? What's like the main difference?
First of all, they're all buff. They're like all like super or secret agent style dudes. Like what's those oh shit, yeah, look.
Damn.
They cracking heads. Boom, and the deplorables are like, yeah, who cares? We're deplorable. Hold on, because remember we
Make America bleed again.
We were just in DC, and
I'm not gonna lie, you pointed something out. Like obviously, this is always serious, and you have to be careful about fascist movements, especially when they get to this level. But it is kind of really dope in a lot of ways to watch like the pigs fighting the chuds. It's like, damn. So like, it's kind of like, you know, to see, you know, two of the worst groups of people on planet Earth fucking duke it out and damage each other. It's kind of like, well, damn, that's kind of cool. They're just doing their job for us or whatever. Like, yeah.
Man, so yeah, Erica, they throw people. That person got bloodied. We're gonna keep looking through Twitter though. See what else they got. Whoa. Yikes, that's Mitch McConnell right there in that photo. A young tortoise.
That's wild. Yeah, he looks more like Sally Jesse Raphael than a turtle in that one. That's probably the most shocking part of that photo. Because if you ain't know he was already mad racist at this point, I don't know who didn't know that. You know what I mean?
Man, here's some more DC footage. Man, did I not turn the volume up? I guess that's probably better because
this is fucking crazy to watch, though. Like this,
like the cops are retreating. The cops will fuck these people up, though, man. Oh, look at all that tear gas. And
I'm saying this is as sad as this is. It's like a win-win.
These deplorables are not ready for this kind of life, right?
Right.
Like, they ain't about this.
I'm saying, like, look. Hella pigs could end up catching COVID and hella maggots could get their heads bust open. Like, yo, this shit sounds like, I mean, nothing I just said about that sounds bad at all.
Look, bland, they ain't ready. They ain't masked up. They don't even believe in masks. You really wish you believed in masks when you're getting pepper sprayed.
Oh, shit. Is that the engineer over there?
Hey, what's up, Big Jen?
What up?
What's up? Hey, have we seen the helicopter yet?
No, tell us about the helicopter, man. You were in New York City. You were in New York City for the Martin Luther King anniversary march, and you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. No, when we were in DC, yeah.
Yeah.
No, they got like a low flying police chopper that'll freaking get to like. So the thing about DC is all the buildings are like the same height, right? So there's not like a bunch of tall skyscrapers. So the helicopter can just swoop right down on top of you. And like, yeah, it's real. Was that Judge Dredd?
So it's like Cali, basically, because I lived in San Diego, and they'll do that shit when there was bank robberies or whatever. You might be going to the store, and you'll just hear like this hella low copter come through and be like, "Hey, stop running around, bank robbers!" Da, da, da. You'll look up like, "What the fuck?" And then like, but that shit happens all the time if you're in like Southern California, anyway.
Yeah, Portland doesn't have anything that fucking dope. They just got that plane that flies 20,000 feet in the air and checks people wearing underwear.
Yo, man, but you and Ashanti, you guys had to escape one of those, right?
Yeah. No, well, Ashanti's freaking whole trailer setup got freaking like caught right by the light, and it just hovered over the top of them. And yeah, I think they had like 30 cop cars, and they were just, I think there was 5 people on the back of a trailer running around DC, like playing house music, and thought it was a threat or something. Car bomb. Crazy. Yeah.
Damn, these fools really just bum rushed the Capitol building. Man, you got to murder them.
So they got all the way to did they get to the front door?
Oh, man.
Is this going to be like the Ayatollah moment where they're going to like be so caught up in fervor that they're going to fucking pull apart Donald Trump's body on the friggin' White House lawn?
Man,
that would be the dopest shit yet. That would be the biggest sign that this year's going to be way better than 2020 that I could think of. If they could throw Mitch McConnell in there for good measure, shit.
Oh, he looks like he's going to fall apart by his own some.
Right?
You guys got moral decay that's fucking crept out to the fucking outer layers.
Oh, yeah, that picture of his hand when it looks like his hand's going to fucking fall off and shit.
Oh, like his face, like he's totally turning in, like he's just twisting into a Dark Lord.
Dude, it's this straight up Palpatine type shit, dog, for real. Every time I see him, I just think of like a turtle version of Palpatine.
Bro.
Saruman.
They just erected a cross in front of the Capitol building.
Really? That's
what
funny.
The F is that, yo?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's real crazy.
What are they doing with it? Are they gonna burn it?
No way. They're not gonna burn a fucking cross.
On the Capitol
Nail
building.
Palpatine to it.
Yeah, nail Palpatine to it, yes.
What are they gonna do? I feel like that's too crazy.
Where so they brought a cross all the way to the White House lawn?
I guess. Yo, there's the Electoral College is about to certify Joe Biden too. Let me switch over to that real quick. Hold on. I got all kinds of shit going on back here. You guys can't even see all the stuff. Hold on. You will though.
The people actually voted for in the states. Madam Speaker, the 2020 election is over and the people have spoken. Joe Biden received more than 80 million votes, 7 million more than President Trump, a number larger than any other president has received in U.S. history. An electoral
That's such a bind.
of 306 to 232.
I keep picturing how that fool in his head's always, nobody's ever seen it. It was like, nobody's ever seen this many votes.
Numbers in 2016. So now we count the electoral votes that were just delivered to us in the beautiful mahogany cases brought by those hardworking Senate pages. These mahogany cases contain only the 538 electoral votes that were sent in by the states, not the 159 million ballots that were cast by our constituents. Those were counted 2 months ago by hundreds of thousands of election officials and poll workers across America who risked their health and even their lives in the time of COVID to deliver what our Department of Homeland Security called the most secure election in American history. Many of these officials have endured threats of retribution, violence,
So is
and
Men's
even
Warehouse having a
death
sale on gray
in their
suits
jobs.
this month or what?
Because the popular vote was for Biden, so was the electoral vote. On December 15th, Senate
I thought they were
Majority Leader
going
Mitch
out of
McConnell
business.
recognized it. The Electoral College has spoken. Senator McConnell said from the Senate floor, "Today I want to congratulate President-elect Joe Biden. Yet we have seen escalating attacks on our election with unfounded claims of fraud and corruption. More than 60 lawsuits have been brought to date seeking to overturn the results. They have failed repeatedly and they have failed spectacularly. Every objection we hear today maligning our states and their officials, both Republican and Democrat, has been litigated, adjudicated, and obliterated in both federal and state court. The president has not just had his day in court, my friends, he has had more than 2 months in court looking for a judge to embrace these arguments. In more than 50 cases, Madam Speaker, at least 88 different judges, including many appointed by the president himself, have meticulously rejected the president's claims of fraud and corruption. Take Georgia U.S. District Judge Stephen Grimberg, named to the bench by President Trump this year. Last year, he rejected Trump's prayer to block certification of Biden's victory in Georgia, saying it has no basis in fact or law. Take U.S. District Judge Brett Ludwig, another Trump nominee who took the bench in September. He dismissed a lawsuit seeking to overturn the results in Wisconsin, calling it extraordinary. A sitting president who did not prevail in his bid for re-election has asked for federal court help in setting aside the popular vote based on issues he plainly could have raised before the vote occurred. He wrote, "This court has allowed plaintiff the chance to make his case, and he has."
So here's the important thing, though, is Mitch McConnell came out a little bit ago and was like, "Nah, dude, it's done. It's over. This was not unusually close. If we overturn this, democracy will fail," or whatever the hell he said, right? So for the moment, he's like, not a good guy, but he's a bad guy that won't. We need to go back to the Twitter feed, though, because that's where it's cracking. There's 5 minutes left, but I don't have any rules, so I'm just going to go through the stop sign because I have a feeling that we're in the middle of history right now. I mean,
Definitely.
There's armed chuds storming the Capitol building. Let me get out of this. I'm going to keep that up, though, in case anybody good starts talking. I'll keep an eyeball on it.
On the positive thought balance, it's kind of dope. I mean, really, because the amount of pegs and chuds that could be fucked up in the course of this, it's just beautiful to think about.
Whoa, what?
I mean, the odds of it turning into a fucking weird Greek orgy are probably a lot greater, but
oh shit.
Hey, there's a lady that just started wilding out. Hold on.
The election clause of the Constitution provides state legislatures with explicit authority to prescribe, and I quote, "the times, places, and manners of holding elections," end quote. For more than 3 decades, Arizona law set by the state legislature has required that voter registration end no later than 29 days before an election. This is clear. It is
These
law.
people are so
Unless amended
desperate.
by the state legislature. This is the way it needs to be carried out. In Arizona, the deadline for voter
Imagine if these
registration
people
in the
gave a
2020
shit
presidential
about
election was
anything
October
else
5,
the way they care about Trump.
2020. Using COVID
Right?
speaking about
You wouldn't
giving a
have any
shit,
problem.
go visit
this
www.millexchange.com.
deadline by 18 days.
Yes,
And an
yes,
injunction was made
yes.
by an
Sorry, man.
Obama-appointed judge, preventing the Arizona Secretary of State from enforcing the constitutional deadline set by the state legislature. As a result
Wow.
of this frivolous partisan lawsuit, 10 extra days were added via judicial fiat to allow voter registration. These 10 days were added after voting had already begun. This is completely indefensible. You cannot change the rules of an election while it is underway and expect the American people to trust it. Now,
Do you have a
in this 10-day
microphone?
period, at least 30,000 new voters registered to
She's
vote
yelling
in
around it.
Arizona. All of these votes are
I
unconstitutional.
Just
thought
cut
Sarah
the
Palin
microphone.
fell off the face of the
voted for
earth. I didn't
President
know
Trump
she was coming
or they
back
voted
out of
for
the
Vice
woodwork.
President Biden. They did not register in time for the election. The law states October 5th. Either we have laws or we do
She's
not.
gonna ask for the
We
manager
allow state
soon.
election laws as
Yeah.
set forth by
She's
the state legislature
wilding,
to
yo.
be ignored and manipulated.
Yeah.
On the whim, partisan
Ooh.
lawsuit, unelected bureaucrats.
Whoa.
Who's order? The House will be in order.
If we allow state election laws as set forth by state legislatures to be ignored and manipulated on the whims of partisan lawsuits, unelected bureaucrats, unlawful procedures, and arbitrary rules, then our constitutional republic will cease to exist. The oath that I took this past Sunday to defend and support
This
the
past
Constitution
Sunday.
makes it necessary for
She's
me to
one of those
object to this
brand new
travesty. Otherwise, the
goofballs.
laws passed by the legislative
Oh,
branch
man.
merely become suggestions to be accepted, rejected, or manipulated by those who did not pass them. Madam Speaker, I have
She didn't
constituents
write
outside
her
this
own
building right
speech,
now. I
man.
promised my voters to be their
Yeah.
voice in this branch of government, which
She's
I
gonna
now
be an
serve.
anchor on
It is
Trump's
my
new
separate
network.
legal obligation to weigh in on
Definitely.
this election
She read
and
it a bunch of
object.
times, but she
Are
didn't
we
write
not a
that.
government of, by, and for the people? They know that this election is not right, and as their representative, I am sent here to represent them. I will not allow the people to be ignored. Madam Speaker, it is my duty under the U.S. Constitution to object to the counting of the electoral votes of the state of Arizona. The members who stand here today and accept the result of this
I
concentrated
think every
coordinated
constituent's gotten a
partisan
consonant from her,
effort by
though.
Democrats, where every fraudulent
Yeah.
vote cancels out the vote of an honest America, has sided with the extremist left. The United States Congress needs to make an informed decision, and that starts with this objection. I yield the balance of my time to the gentleman from Florida, Mr. Brian Mass.
Yeah.
She got a
It's a lot of
clap.
clapping for that
She got a
shit.
clap.
The objection.
Fuck.
That was
And I
way
rise
too much
all the-
clapping.
Those are all the Trump elected new
Can
legislators,
the chair honestly
man.
tell Americans that with pending
Look, this is a
Supreme
coup
Court
right now.
legislation,
These motherfuckers are
pending
trying to
Supreme Court
overthrow the
case over
electoral
legal
college.
observers
For anybody who
not
tuned in
being
late,
allowed
this is
to
Coffee
observe
and
and
Bong Hits.
inspect
Hey, I'm just
signatures
gonna, I don't know, I got shit
that
to
the
do,
laws and
so
Constitution
we'll keep this going
that
though.
state are not violated to change.
maybe I can
I
make
wonder
it-
what they're gonna
That's
call
how
this in
we wait for a
history, the Great
response.
Tantrum, some shit like that.
I don't know. I feel like I should stay on the air at this point,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
right? Like,
Gentleman has 25 seconds remaining.
I will repeat my question. Can you honestly tell Americans that with pending Supreme Court case over legal observers not being able to observe and inspect signatures, that the laws and Constitution of Arizona did not be violated to change voting outcomes? And I will wait for a response.
Gentleman's time has expired. For what purpose does the gentleman from Colorado seek recognition?
Madam Speaker, I rise in opposition to the objection.
Without objection, the gentleman is recognized for 5 minutes.
Madam Speaker, today is
this is like Portland City Council.
in 1860.
Like, who's letting these people talk?
President Lincoln submitted his annual message to Congress, to this body. And in it, he wrote,
I'm gonna keep
the
looking
following:
for more riot
Fellow
porn though.
citizens, we cannot escape history. We of this Congress and this administration will be remembered in spite of ourselves. The fiery trial through which we pass will light us down in honor or dishonor to the latest generation. We shall nobly save or meanly lose the last best hope of earth. We gather today, Madam Speaker, to ensure the survival of our grand American experiment, the greatest democracy this world has ever known. And there are millions of people watching today's proceedings. The eyes of the world are on us now, my colleagues, wondering if we will keep the faith, wondering if our constitutional republic will hold. Will we adhere to our Constitution, that solemn, visionary document that has guided us so well for so long and enabled the peaceful transfer of power for the last 230 years? Will we continue to be a country premised on the consent of the governed, a Congress that respects the will of the people, and a republic that will endure? Those are the questions before us today, Madam Speaker. With respect to my new colleague from Colorado, the question is not whether Joe Biden was elected the 46th president of the United States. He clearly was. The people of Arizona, like so much of the country, spoke clearly and resoundingly. They voted in record numbers. And over 81 million Americans selected Joe Biden as the next president. Now, today we hear from some in this chamber, not all, but some of my colleagues on the other side of the
Bro,
aisle,
this is crazy.
vague
Like,
claims of fraud.
these bad guys really
No
are a couple dirty moves from
No
pulling
evidence.
some shit.
No
Yeah,
facts,
it's crazy.
no
This
explanation
is like some
for why over
1776
88
shit.
judges
As we're literally
across this
arguing over
land have
the
rejected
state
the
of
very same claims.
democracy itself, of
Madam
our
Speaker, the bottom
electoral
line is
processes. This is fucking
As my
nuts.
colleague Representative Raskin so eloquently put
Crazy.
it, the people
I
have
feel like,
spoken.
fuck off, bitch.
And that is why on December 14th,
Also, that last dude
Electoral
from the
College
Republicans, he hella looked like
election
Bane.
of a duly
I
elected
feel like,
president. Just
you know what I
as
mean?
they've done for
I'm just
centuries.
saying. If he'd have done the shit that Bane, how he'd be talking, I wouldn't have been shocked.
Plagues and pandemics.
You were merely elected to the
They
White
met.
House. I was born in the White
They met
House.
their duties, and they once
Exactly.
again rose to the occasion and certified the election. And the question now is, will we do ours? Now, I know there are many textualists among us, many of my colleagues, who would understand that the Constitution must guide our work today. And the Constitution is crystal clear. Our duty today is a narrow one. Article 2, Section 1, Clause 3 reads, "The President of the Senate shall, in the presence of the Senate and the House, open all the certificates, and the votes shall then be counted. The person having the greatest number of votes shall be the President." That's it. Period. Our job is not to replace the judgment made by the American people with our own. And yet that is precisely what so many of my House and Senate Republican colleagues ask.
It's crazy that he literally has to argue that. He's like, hey, more people voted for that guy, so he wins. That's it. It's that simple. Like, yeah, why can't you get that through your thick fucking head? It's really not that complicated.
And fair elections. We don't ignore the will of the voters, Madam Speaker, and attempt to install a preferred candidate into power. That doesn't happen here. I will close with this. Our duty, our task, is a very simple one: to honor the voice of the people, to honor our Constitution, to count.
Bros, there's so many people
certify
outside.
this election.
You have to see this real quick. I'm gonna jump back to Twitter. Boom.
Damn.
It goes all the way back.
Gentleman from Louisiana seeks recognition.
Madam Speaker, I rise in support of the objection.
That's
So where's
crazy.
that?
Recognized for 5 minutes.
Madam Speaker, we have a solemn responsibility today.
Damn it.
We must vote
Hey,
to sustain objections to states of electors submitted by states that we genuinely believe clearly violated the Constitution and the presidential election.
Hold on.
This is the threshold legal question before us, and it's an issue before us for the state of Arizona. We got to repeat this for emphasis.
God, these guys are such douches.
Because judges and not the state legislature changed the rules of the election, Arizona clearly violated the plain language of Article 2, Section 1 of the Constitution in its selection of presidential electors. The framers of our Constitution recognized were susceptible to corruption. We all know that.
Trump
So how did
was
they
trying
fix
to
it?
argue that
How did they
Georgia
provide
is
for
going to
that?
save them.
They created the
And
electoral
these guys
college
are
as a state
all
cap,
arguing that
and they expressly empowered
Arizona
state legislatures to ensure the
falsely
integrity
picked
of
their
our
electors,
system.
so it should
Only
be
the state
overthrown.
legislatures, because they're a full body of representatives and not rogue officials, were given the authority to direct the manner of appointing
I feel
presidential.
like the illest or the most
Supreme Court
appropriate
has
song on
acknowledged
the
this over and
soundtrack
over.
for this would be
They
the Public
previously affirmed
Enemy's When I
in
Get to
Article 2, Section 1,
Arizona.
Clause 2, quote, "The appointment of these electors is thus placed absolutely and wholly with the legislatures of the several states. That authority can never be taken away or abdicated. The Arizona legislature did enact detailed rules and procedures
That guy looks like that guy that bought the Wu-Tang album.
the months preceding the 2020
Oh
election.
shit, Martin Shkreli, he does.
Yeah.
Get your Shkreli ass out of here with your fucking Nazi bullshit.
Look at the way his bangs, the front of his hair like bounces. I hate that dude.
That fool's definitely on some Shkreli shit.
Taken by the judiciary were not limited to mere
Okay, I figure this is going to go on for a long time. We can catch up with it. And here's the thing. I think those people in D.C.
that the legislature had. That usurpation was repeated across the country this year. It's the primary reason. It's one of the reasons why the election of 2020 became riddled with an unprecedented number of serious allegations of fraud and irregularities all over the country. National polls, it's been said, indicate that a huge percentage of Americans now
Screw
have
this
serious
dude.
doubts about not just the outcome of this.
I hate that dude talking.
Yeah, he's terrible.
Okay, this will cheer you guys up.
At least Bane kept it short and sweet with his bitch ass.
He only had 46 seconds. This guy was given 5 minutes.
Oh, Jesus.
Shit. Congress just reported they're locked down. White MAGA is beating the shit out of the cops, and the cops are just taking it. And there's a massive wooden cross being erected outside the Capitol.
Wow, that is crazy. But I mean, again, if we want to stay positive, that whole part about the cops are just getting the shit beat out of them and taking it is pretty fucking dope. What if they both just fuck each other up to the point where, like, as far as that side seems to keep shifting towards now they're on some fuck the police and they've been saying defund the police. What if that actually gets that done and then they get fucked up in the same, like, yo, this could be two birds, one stone.
Man, this is so crazy to me. I feel like I'm watching a dream. Buildings are on lockdown and everyone is sheltering inside.
Damn. You'd think that would have happened for the $2,000 checks. America's mad corny for that. That this is what actually got that popping.
Wow.
They were on some fucking let them eat cake shit, and it was like, maybe a graffiti on their house. But it was like, we're getting rid of Hitler today, and then America was like, no! Like, fucking, this place just gets cornier and cornier.
I don't even know what that means. Whoa, that's crazy.
Damn.
Trump says we will never give up. We will never concede.
That's weird. Are they going to have to yank him out, that bitch? Because there was that one part where he's like, he said he would leave, but I mean, shit, you wonder, is he really just going to sit there and try to not leave?
Man, here's the crazy thing about these mega dudes. They don't have no gear. They just show up with their big stupid faces, dressed all identifiable,
wearing no mask at all. There's gonna be mad COVID out of this shit. That's probably the best part of this shit. Is it like both sides are obviously terrible, and hell of them is bound to catch COVID at this point.
All right, let's see what else we got. And then we're going to get out of here. There's more fights from last night.
Damn.
It's so crazy. It's so fucking crazy. Like, the bad guys are rioting on behalf of fascism. Like, the good guys are like, yo, check it out. We don't want fascism, right?
Yeah.
And the bad guys, the ones that are rioting right now, are like, yo, we want more fascism. They're not rioting on behalf of anybody else. They're rioting on behalf of themselves. I couldn't imagine going and protesting on something because it just bothered me personally. Every
Yeah,
time
that's
I go
crazy.
protest, every time I go do it, it's because there's a marginalized group that needs my
Right.
support, right? I can never be like,
Exactly.
I'm an inconvenienced white guy, and my favorite politician that I got all these hats of just lost the election. I'm gonna go riot. These
Yeah,
people
that's
are so
crazy.
dumb. They
These are
really
the same people that riot when hockey teams win and shit like that. Real arbitrary ass riots.
don't like them, can't win with them, won't win with them. But here's the thing: the cops probably aren't gonna ever mess them up like they deserve. Imagine if the cops treat them like they do the good guys. He's like,
Right? I bet you half the fucking pigs are probably really internally conflicted. Like, I want to be on that side, but I'm at work today.
Casey John is a senator now. That's the homie.
That's what's up.
Okay, look, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I got so much work to do. Yo, Diction, I don't know what you're doing today, but holler at me.
Yeah, just working and what have you, man. I can hit you up on my lunch. Thank you for playing my video today. Thanks for letting me shout out the merch packs and everything.
Yeah.
And,
We'll get you back on.
yeah, fuck. I hope the chuds and the cops all die. Why not? Why
All
not
right,
now?
Ryan, I'll probably see you at some point. And the rest of y'all remember, if I don't say 5,000 G, that means either the cops, Secret Service, paparazzi, or some monkeys with herpes got my phone. All right. Thanks to all our partners, all our sponsors. Sorry, we just blew through the whole show. We got no rules. 5,000 G's.